If you speak to a teacher, they will tell you that one of, if not the most challenging aspect of the job at the minute is behaviour. I'm really interested to know your thoughts on this story, that pupils should not be automatically sent home if they are suspended from school. The stats show there has been quite an increase since the COVID pandemic in suspensions, with around half of the cases being persistent disruptive behaviour. So I do get the idea why this is being pushed forward. On paper, it does sort of make sense. Sending a child home doesn't necessarily fix behaviour. For some students, it can be a reward. No lessons, no school, no structure. I've got my phone, I can scroll, got my Xbox, I can have a lie in. So I do sort of get the logic with this. Keep them in school, keep them safe, keep them learning, keep attendance improving. I get it, but here's the thing. Schools don't operate on paper, do they? They operate on people, on space, rooms, timetables, budgets. And this is where I start to struggle a little bit with it, because most schools already only suspend in extreme cases: violence, serious disruption, repeated unsafe behaviour. This isn't about low-level disruption. This is about behaviour so significant that removing it from the classroom is the only way the other 29 plus children can learn safely. Because when behaviour is that severe, the priority isn't attendance, it's protecting learning, it's protecting other learners, it's protecting staff. Now, if we're saying those pupils should stay in school, okay, but where are they going to go? Who's going to be responsible for them? Because if schools already had spare rooms, trained staff, therapeutic support, and time to run proper in-school sort of suspension units, we'd already be doing it. It's not like schools are holding back from having these rooms because they think, oh, we'll have it as another staff room. Most schools don't even have a staff room nowadays. It's not that we're holding back out of stubbornness. We're holding back because there's no money. No money for extra adult, specialist training, safe spaces, time away from like stretched timetables. And when most schools are having to decide and choose between, providing toilet paper in the staff toilets or replacing a broken chair, and don't even get me started on glue sticks. So it's another idea on paper that can't happen in reality if it's not funded properly. Because all that's going to happen is the behaviour is removed from one classroom, transferred somewhere else in the building, often onto another adult, another corridor, another space that wasn't designed for it. And is that really behaviour support, or is it more behaviour displacement? So why do you think these suspensions have gone up? Because I don't think it's schools becoming less patient or getting tougher or being lazy or just seeing it as an easy fix. I think they've gone up because behaviour has changed. Classrooms are seeing far more complex unmet need, more trauma, more SEN that isn't being supported early or just supported at all in some cases because of the system. While access to any external services gets harder, thresholds keep rising, and you've got, at the same time as this, more teachers leaving teaching because of behaviour, because of the daily strain of managing disruption and aggression without any backup or support. So when these suspension figures increase, schools get the blame, but the question isn't being asked about whether a system that keeps asking schools to absorb everything with fewer resources is actually failing both staff and children. And to be fair, I don't look at suspension really being a punishment. I think for a lot of schools, they see it as removing behaviour that is unsafe, overwhelming, or deeply disruptive, so that everyone else can carry on learning. Obviously, the child's education matters, but so does everyone else's. And right now, schools are being asked to solve a societal problem with school-level resources. So yeah, I understand the intention behind this policy. Attendance matters, we know that. Sending pupils home isn't a solution, but without the funding, staffing, training, the risks becoming another well-meaning idea will just land squarely on schools without the tools to make it work. And it'll be up to the staff, again, left firefighting the gap between policy and reality. But I'm genuinely interested to know what others think. I'd love to hear from teachers, support staff, parents, because I get it. I get what they're trying to do here, but it feels unachievable for so many schools on a skeleton staff with limited resources.